What was like some horror that you really liked that you saw at Fantastic Fest?
I didn't see that many horror films, but I thought Devil's Candy was very good.
Devil's Candy's really cool.
Yeah, it's like a super heavy metal horror movie.
Yeah, Ethan Embry. That's set in Austin, I think, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah, it's
shot in Austin.
Set in Texas.
Father-daughter relationship, and it's kind of the power of rock and roll might be able to save her.
Yeah, kind of, actually. I mean, they move into a house that's haunted, but it's a different take on the haunting. It's the notion that it's either Satan or some sort of demonic force that gets in the head of whoever occupies the home.
Yeah.
Very interesting mythology and a sort of different approach, and I just loved the metal in the movie. It was great.
Did you see a movie called Deathgasm? That I
haven't seen it yet.
Kiwi movie.
Yeah, Ant Timpson produced it. Yeah,
and it's more like a kind of funny version of Devil's Candy.
Okay.
But done in the style of maybe Edgar Wright.
Isn't it like heavy metal kids that fight against the forces of evil?
Yeah,
is that sort of the
they
idea?
play a song backwards and the devil appears.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'd make a great double bill.
That would be awesome.
Halloween. Yeah.
That would be awesome. I mean, I think The Witch is one of the best horror films I've seen in the last 20 years. It's a slow burn film about a family in the 1600s that move away from their village because of differing religious beliefs, and they move to an area where they build their own sort of homestead, and it is on sort of a forest tree line. And there's a witch in the forest, and that witch starts to break down the family. It's sort of the best approach to witchcraft in a film in a very historical sense that I've ever seen in my life. It's really something. Directorial debut by Robert Eggers. It's an absolutely stunning piece of work.
Yeah, it's one, and
so beautifully shot.
Because of what happens in the last 15 minutes as well, it stayed with me. Like, I haven't stopped thinking about what that all meant.
Yeah.
It's got creepy twins in it as well.
And Black Phillip.
Black Phillip, the most frightening goat you'll ever see.
Yeah, it's a black goat that will terrify you.
And I don't know if you've seen, he has his own Twitter account now,
Black Phillip does?
Yeah, you can follow him.
Does he say things?
He says weird stuff.
Like, what does he say? Does thou wish to live deliciously? Oh, yes!
And it stars Chris Finch from The Office. I don't know if you watch the British Office, but it's quite a weird thing for British people to see him.
Wait, who is Chris Finch?
He's the dad. He's Finchy. He's one of David Brent's friends.
Right.
Yeah, that's the dad.
And he's so brilliant in the film.
Yeah. Did you see The Mind's Eye?
I didn't see it.
Okay. That's really good fun. It's by a writer called Joe Begos, who did the movie Almost Human.
That's right.
And it's a proper throwback to movies that we love, like the VHS rental movies of the 80s.
Awesome.
And it's kind of a cross between Scanners and The Fury.
Right.
With a bit of First Blood thrown in for good measure.
Nice.
So I reckon
throw a little First Blood in there.
I recommend that one. One that I've spoken to you about, but I haven't seen, Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
What can you say about Victoria?
So Victoria is a German language film with a Spanish lead actress. It's set in Berlin on an evening. The entire film, it's 2.5 hours long. It's a single shot. It's extraordinary. And it's basically about a girl, you meet her at a club, she runs into a group of guys, they want to hang out with her and like have her join their group. And basically it's about what transpires. I don't want to ruin anything for people that see the film, but there's a sort of crime element that she gets roped into, and it sort of spirals out of control. And it's just an extraordinary journey of a film.
Awesome. We don't know when that one's coming out, but that's one to look out
Victoria.
for.
It's out in various parts of Europe.
Right.
So you might be able to get the DVD.
Okay, sounds good.
It's
Are you a fan of anthology horror movies?
Yeah, I certainly like the VHS films.
Yeah, they're good fun. So there's
really
two coming out soon. Tales of Halloween's coming out, Halloween in the States.
Very curious about that one.
It's good fun. It's good and bad in it.
Is it good?
Neil Marshall's the best one.
Neil Marshall does a short.
Killer Pumpkins.
Very cool.
And
I love Neil Marshall.
John Landis and Joe Dante pop up in it.
Do they?
It's good fun. That's good fun.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yep, and Christmas, we've got A Christmas Horror Story.
Right.
Which you've got Santa v Krampus fight going on in that one.
Yeah.
It's really good fun as well.
I remember.
And then Krampus.
Dude, I can't wait for Krampus.
Yeah.
Krampus looks so good.
We need a new Gremlins, and I feel like it might be.
It very much has that throwback. Prior to seeing the trailer, I just saw some of the images of the Krampus, which looked terrifying.
Yeah.
So I expected it to be kind of a straight horror film, but it has this sort of whimsy and the lightness of Gremlins.
Yeah.
So
it's time for new Gremlins.
We could do with another of these kinds of films.
Mike Dougherty who did Trick or Treat, and that's a good start.